One of these, yeah, pass one of these down to each other girls. And so some of the tips that I had for the girls is when you, is everybody a senior in high school? I know one senior.
No, I'm a junior.
Junior? Okay. And do y'all have boyfriends?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
You have to wait a little bit for a
Just came
boyfriend.
out of a relationship.
Okay. But when you have, where's the guy? Marty? You're not supposed to be listening, hon. Okay.
He was distracted already.
He didn't even realize.
Okay.
Read books.
Okay. The thing that I wanted to tell you is that when you choose a partner, okay, even for senior prom or whatever, okay, you always have to choose a guy that has clean shoes. Okay? Because if you see my husband, his shoes are shiny. He cleans my shoes. Because though I'm the worst person, okay? But he cleans my shoes. And if you see him, if you meet him, and you look down at his shoes, they're always shiny. Okay. If a guy has clean shoes, he has a clean heart. Okay? And then listen to this. Okay, you're walking. Okay, right here. Come here. Stand up. Okay. You're walking with your boyfriend here. You're looking at him, you know, and everything. And then your phone rings. And where's your phone? Oh, the guy. I'm the guy. Okay. Oh, it's my. The way he treats his mom is the way he's gonna treat you.
Oh,
That's true.
See?
that's not good.
You gotta do that. If he says, "Oh, mom, I'm walking with a friend," he doesn't have to say, "She's my boyfriend, my best friend." You know, no. She says, "Oh, I'm walking with my friend, and I will talk to you later." Or, you know, what is it that you wanted? If it's important, you know, enough, you have to excuse yourself and talk to your mom.
Yeah.
But if the guy says, "Well, oh, I don't know what she wants today. She's always bothering me." Well, you're always going to be bothering him when you're talking to him, when you're calling him. He's with some other friends. Okay, so I said thank you. But you see what I'm saying? All those everyday things, little things that the guys do. And then, of course, if you're walking in high school, you know, you get a little perfume and stuff.
Can you smell it?
Can you smell it?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. If you're walking and a bunch of guys, you know, are right here and you have a little bit of perfume in your hair, you go. You don't look at them, you go, "Ooh, did she smell good?" And they're going to remember you, you know. And you always smile and say hi. And if you smile to a real good-looking guy or a real ugly-looking guy and you say good morning, he's going to remember you the rest of the day. Okay, the rest of the day. And then it doesn't necessarily have to be flirty or whatever. You know, like upstairs I said, send me the smartest person. And don't be afraid to say, "I'm smart. I can do that." In class, you have to raise your hand. Because the teacher, and even if you ask a question and it's the wrong answer, the teacher was going to say, "Well, you know, on page 13, this is where you find the answer. Whether your question was wrong or your answer was wrong, you're going to find out what the right answer was." Because Dulce might decide, "Well, oh no, I can't answer that question," you know. And if, where's Jericho? If Jerica and questions, then they're going to find out. They're going to find out. Everybody's going to find out what you wanted to ask, and then you're going to feel bad because you didn't ask it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You have to, in your own self, be self-confident and in confidence, courage that you're doing the right thing, and you're here to be right here. And so part of this that I handed out right here, it says girl power. Did you get that already? Girl power?
I have a question.
Yes.
So if a girl doesn't have clean shoes, does that mean that she doesn't have a clean heart?
Oh, don't worry about you. You guys always have clean shoes. You're always buying shoes. You're fashion divas here.
When does
Are they dirty? Okay, one time it's all right. have a clean
Don't
heart.
worry about
anyway.
you.
That's okay.
It's the guy.
It's a guy. And then, I was talking to we were interviewing for the Heath scholarships over there at Santa Ana College, and I was talking to this lady, I was telling her about the clean shoes and everything, and she said, but you know what, a guy interrupted me and said, you know what my mom told me? That the belt has to match the shoes. Brown belt, brown shoes when he's dressed up, black belt, black shoes. So he cares about himself. And you don't have to worry, like I don't have to worry, my husband's always neatly dressed, and he's always clean shoes. Like one time this girl wanted me to meet her mom and her brother was with her, and she says, and this is my brother. She looks down at his shoes, and they were dirty. He said, he's a jerk. But anyway, later on, and this advice I give to girls in the 7th grade. So senior year comes, and this girl wrote to me, and she says, Miss Maria, I just broke up with my boyfriend, and he was a jerk, and he had dirty shoes. This is like about 5 or 6 years later, So it kind of, that's why I'm telling you, it kind of sticks with you. But that's what I wanted to say about doing your own. Okay, so increase your knowledge every day, and you're at the right place. You're here at the library. Increase your knowledge. Reach out for help when you need it. You have to say, I need a tutor in math. I'm not that good. I wish I was better for my GPA to go higher. Like if you're junior, freshman, sophomore. And you play and have fun. A lot of you girls are playing softball and baseball and whatever. And offer help to others. And here, you can tutor each other. Like with that game, you can show each other and share it and say, okay, this is the fun of this game. And you learn it like this, ¿verdad? Didn't we learn it like this? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And they'll say, oh, how smart you are. and then do a journal. Every day say, okay, the sun is shining. Ooh, the sun is raining. Ooh. But I met a new friend today. I got a good grade. My teacher said hi when I came in the classroom. And write your feelings out, because that's the way you grow and exercise your mind and body. Of course, I haven't done too much to my body, but I've exercised my mind. And refuse alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. Okay? That is girl power. And I want you to all claim to be powerful girls, and that power is contagious. Okay? And so you just have to have your courage. You have to have your career, your cash, your cars.
Seeds.
Your what?
Your seeds.
Your
cash,
seeds.
cars.
Yeah, your car. Yeah. And all that like that. Do you have any questions? Cheryl, what did I do? Okay.
I think you did great. I
You
think
know.
the one thing you said about that you couldn't get permission from your father when you wanted to do this. I think that's really important for the girls here to know, because I know there's a lot of girls here who, they want to do different things, but their parents, they're not going to be able to get permission.
They
for
lose
certain
faith
things.
with the compadres. They lose faith.
Especially
They
Maryland.
really-
Yeah.
Because especially now, I was talking to my mom today about I would like to intern at New York after maybe like in my second or half year in community college. I go out there in the summer.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom was like, well, because my mom is always like, if I tell her anything, well, tell your dad, because he's the one in the house who makes the decisions for us, in a way. Right? Like, if I go out, it's like, I have to ask my dad, and my dad, But I think it's hard. I don't know, I don't know if it's, because he's like, what are you going to be doing there, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know, I don't get it, because sometimes he says he wants me to be someone, but then when I tell him about stuff like this, like, he's like, why are you going to go out there and stuff like that? So it kind of contradicts what he says. Sometimes that's how I feel.
Well, the parents are acting normal. This is what they've been taught. Oh, you can't let the daughters can't do too much. The guys, que se vayan. they can go. The guys can go, and it's so hard. And I think because I had about 5 jobs when I was in high school. I only told you about my job on Tuesday and Thursday. I worked at the radio station, and after that, I went to Santa Ana College. But on Saturday, I cleaned house for 2 little old ladies in the morning and in the afternoon. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I worked at La Fonda, and the building is still there. And Friday and Saturday, I served Mexican food, and Sunday, I was a waitress. So I've been there, done that, you know. And of course, picking tomatoes and prunes and lima beans over here by South Coast Plaza. The field is still there, you know, and things like that. And so you don't forget where you're coming from, but you say, I want to expand my knowledge. That's part of the thing. But your dad can't lose face, because if his compadre, oh, la dejaste ir, you know, did you let her go? Oh, it can't be. So he can't let you go. But within himself, he will say it's fine, you know, it's fine. And that when you blossom into an intelligent young lady, then he's going to be proud of you. Le va a decir a todos los compadres, mi hija esto y mi hija lo otro. And that's the way it is, you know. And one of my girlfriends, because we had a panel at Cal State Fullerton about this. That's why I mentioned it too. Because my girlfriend, she wanted to move in with her boyfriend, and the parents gave her up. And then another girl from El Salvador, she wanted to come to the United States to college, and the dad said, if you go to the United States, you're not getting any money from me. So she had to come on her own. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's what happens. And so it's just hard. It's really hard, and sometimes it can be real lonely. Like Jerica already graduated from the university. Well, at that university, nobody's going to tell you to go to class. There's no discipline. And one of my girls that I was mentoring, she says, when I get up at 4:30, the girls are just coming in from parties. And then my other Japanese girl that got a full scholarship to Trinity University in Texas, she says her parents had to come from Houston to visit her every 2 weeks because she couldn't make friends with all the kids. She had a project from her university, Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, to go mentor kids at school, but some of her friends that she thought might be her friends were too many parties. And that's what's going to distract you on your freshman year, you know, and so that's why, and we need more Latinas to graduate from college. We need more Latinas. A lot of us start, but we don't finish. And for myself, I didn't go to college until 15 years after I graduated from high school. So it wasn't easy. It took me 10 years to get my bachelor's. So you, right now that you're young and you have the energy and everything, you know, I was being a soldier, going to college and working, and that's what happened to me. So it took me 10 years. And then I found that guy over there, you know. And that was when I was 46, you know. So some girls say, well, oh, you know, to get married. And so then my dad wanted me, my mom and dad wanted me to get married and have babies and all this. And I think one time they asked me, and I said, well, you know, I can't get married if somebody doesn't ask me to get married, to get married to them, you know. Because I had to give up my boyfriends when I was going to college. I started Cypress College. And I remember this one boyfriend that I had, his nickname was Cookie. So Cookie would come over, and I'd say, oh, you want a salad? You want a salad? My class starts at 6, you know. And so, you know, you just have to get rid of him or whatever, give him up for Lent or something, you know. You know, and so you just have to go with what you have to go. But your goals, and you can change your goals and your objectives that you need to do, but every day you have to work towards that goal. Because you're a step ahead. If you're here, you're here. You're a step ahead of all the other high school girls. You wish that more girls would have been here, right? You know, more girls would have been here. And then I had to stand up and do that cheer, you know. And if it's going to be, it's up to me. You can say that. If it's going to be, it's up to me. And the only person in the mirror in the morning is the one that's going to give you courage, because you're the only best friend. And this is why this one is important too, the other one that I gave you on the handout. Did everybody get a handout? Cheryl, did you get one?
I didn't get that one.
Oh, Cheryl, you have to get this one. Okay, and I just discovered this one. See right here? Can we all read it? Can we read? Okay, start with the first 2 lines right here, Dulce.
I am me.
Can I have one? Oh.
Yeah. Here's. I think it's the last one. I didn't want it. And Cheryl, I'll leave the extras with you because I brought 25.
Oh, thank
25.
you.
Alright, do you guys do it?
Right here.
May I have one?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there's some here.
There's some more right here. Oops. It's important for yourself and yourself. If you get depressed, you should read it. Miss Maria told me I have to read this once a day until I get it. Okay, we'll start with Dulce for the first 2 lines, then the I am me, the second, and then Cheryl can read their 4, and then the next 4 lines for somebody. Okay, start at Dulce.
Okay, I am me. In all the world, there is no one exactly like me.
There are persons who have some parts like me, but no one adds up exactly like me.
And therefore, everything that comes out of me is authentically mine because I alone choose it. I own everything about me.
My body includes everything it does.
My mind including all its thoughts and ideas.
My eyes, including the images of all they behold.
My feelings, whatever they may be, anger, joy, frustration, love, disappointment, excitement.
My mouth and all the words that come out of it, polite, sweet, or both, correct or incorrect.
My voice, loud or soft, and all my actions, whether they be to others or to myself.
I own my fantasies, my dreams, my hopes, my fears. I own all my triumphs and successes, all my failures and mistakes.
Because I own all of me, I can become intimately acquainted with me. By doing so, I can love me and be friendly with me in all parts. I can then make it possible for all of me to work in my best interests.
I know there are aspects about myself that puzzle me, and other aspects that I do not know. But as long as I am friendly and loving to myself, I can courageously and hopefully look for solutions to the puzzles and for ways to find out more about me.
However, I look and sound whatever I say and do, and whatever I think and feel at a given moment in time is me.
This is authentic and represents where I am in that moment in time. When I review later how I looked and sounded, what I said and did, and how I thought and felt, some parts may turn out to be unfitting.
I can discard that which is unfitting and keep that which proved fitting, and invent something new for that which I discarded.
I can see, hear, feel, think, and say, and do. I have the tools to survive, to be close to others, to be productive, and to make sense and order out the world of people and things outside of me. I own me, and therefore I can engineer me.
All of us say it together. I am me, and I am okay. Yay! Now, is that a good feeling, right? So when you get depressed or something, you need to read it. Because this is you. Because nobody else is like you, and nobody else is going to change you but yourself. You have the choices. You have the best voice, the best eyes, the best body, and that's all for you to protect and to take care of it. ¿Verdad? Who else thinks anything different? Everybody is thinking this okay, right?
Yeah.
So I am me and I'm okay. Okay. So that's what I have.
Yeah.
That's it, Cheryl.
That was good.
Do you guys have any other questions for her?
Well, when you said about the whole guy and the shoes part, okay, well, there's this guy at school, and, I don't know, I've been kind of, because I've been off in I recently, I'm not in a relationship anymore, and, he's very nice, se acerca mucho a mí, not, very politely, and, I don't know, I think I've been kind of pushing him, away, because maybe, I don't know, because I was on a relationship, I don't want to get close to anyone, but he's, I don't know, he's so nice, and, I about the shoes part, I realized, he does have clean shoes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Yeah.
Now you know you have a good person.
Yeah.
See, now you know you have a good person. That's all that matters. And he's nice to you and welcome to the prom, and
Yeah.
like that. And
That's
so,
what they were
but
telling
you have to. The only thing that I can advise you, distance, is that you have your own goals. And if you go to college, you're gonna meet other guys that have the same goals. If he doesn't go to college, well, he's a little behind you. But then he'll realize that you're a great person, and that you have goals and ambitions and things like that. And so, and don't be afraid to say, you're the type of person, but I still have some things to do before I decide on a certain person.
Yeah, and then that's because some of my friends were all like, well, I think you should get out there. Like, I think, you're back in the market or something like that,
No, but you see, that's what I'm saying. People are going to say, gee, your hair looks awful today. So you're going to feel bad the whole day. But now, why did she have a right to tell me, this is the way I like my hair? You looked in the mirror. Wasn't it okay this morning? So it was okay. Why should I, as over here, la otra chola or something, to tell you that you don't look right? It's for you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for me. And just say, I really appreciate you, that you're one of the nicest persons I know. And like that, and leave it at that. And the other girls just say, I'm looking for the right moment. I'm looking for the right moment, and they'll say, well, when is it? I want to be there too. Just let me know.
Yeah.
But it's
Because that was like, for me now, it's like I don't want to put myself out there because I think I've done that, and I just kind of like want to do, like, I'm doing my stuff, and like if he wants to step up, and okay, then yeah, but I'm not gonna put myself out there for that person, and he doesn't respond the same way, so yeah. And that's why my friends are like, where are you, like, you should be back on your, like, I'm like, no, I don't have to.
You're taking your time. I think a lot of women, and young girls too, I see them sometimes, they get themselves into relationships, or they stay in relationships because they're afraid to be alone,
But we're always going to be alone. I think that now with this, I didn't tell the guys that, but the other students, the other students. Okay, now there's Facebook and what is it? Twitter, Facebook, all that. Okay, you're texting, you're messaging, you're all this, and you're going to be isolated. So in your private space where you do your homework and everything, you have to be creative. You have to be a good listener. You have to have some quiet time, creative time, write things down, and be your own friend. Because if you just depend on the Facebook, Cheryl is on my Facebook, she's my friend, she's not your friend. You don't see them face to face. You don't say, well, gee, I have a headache today, and to have somebody say, oh, you poor thing, you have a headache today. Nobody's going to tell you that. On Facebook, they don't know your feelings. You have friends, but those aren't friends. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing, okay, I'm full of it, okay, but one more thing is that if you take a picture of your private parts, your boobs and all this, and you send it, it's a felony. Okay, if you receive all my, which I don't think you want to see my but anyway, if you receive it, it's a felony. If you forward it to Cheryl, it's a felony. If you forward it to Cheryl, it's a felony. If she forwards it to somebody else, it's a felony. So all that stuff is a felony. Once you push the send button or whatever, it's everybody's information. Words or pictures or whatever.
Be careful who you pose for.
Yeah, be careful
no matter
who you
how
pose
much
for.
you think the guy
That
likes
gonna-
you,
Oh, the guys don't like
him.
you.
No
we
matter
think,
what.
we think differently.
There is no such thing as privacy in an online world.
That's why I
That
don't have
picture
any of
does
that
not
stuff.
just go to
I don't have
him.
any
It's
of that
floating.
stuff.
It just goes all over the world. Yes, you know.
Go
You have to.
over
And
the world.
how many of you journal? You don't journal. Do you journal? ROTC over there in Magnolia, the kids journal. The kids journal. In my ROTC in Magnolia High School. She says she's an what's your name? I forget.
Stacy?
Stacy. Okay, Stacy is in ROTC at Pacifica. So that's good. That's good. But if you journal, do you journal? Anybody journals?
In an
Oh,
actual
good, good.
journal.
Yeah, okay, good. Because you can write down your feelings, your feelings and your frustrations, and that could be your best friend too, And so how many lives with mom and dad?
How many
Your
live with your
parents.
mom and dad?
Or a mom and a dad. And or a mom and or a dad.
A parent, okay. You're not being raised by animals.
Well, they say that if you have dinner once or twice a week with parents, you sit down to dinner, you are a better student in high school. I don't know what that means, but that you, I think, you are more secure and more, and then also if you drink a pint of water or something before a test, it helps you with your memory and stuff.
That is true. That is
If
true.
you're chewing
Did
gum,
they tell you?
If you exercise before.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Oxygen
adrenaline.
goes down.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And drinking water, because your brain, you know, some of you don't realize a lot of people get dehydrated, and you do slow down your thinking. A lot of people, and if you drink coffee and you drink energy drinks, all that dehydrates you. So, and your brain has a lot of water in there, so yeah, that will dehydrate you. Don't take an energy drink before a test. It's the worst thing you can do for yourself.
isn't it supposed
A lot
to
of
give
people
you
do.
energy?
No, but it dehydrates you.
And you crash.
Yeah.
It dehydrates you. There's energy and there's alertness. It's two different things.
Well, I hope that guys enjoyed my talk as much as I enjoyed giving it to everyone.
Well, I think we all
And
enjoyed
so,
having you
you
here.
know. So here's the extra copies, Cheryl, so that you
I'll
can
keep
share
that.
with some of the girls. And I think there's 2 extras on the girl power. This is like, here, I'll take that.
I think before we leave, I just like to go around the table and every girl talk about maybe one goal that they have for their life, and maybe how, you know, Maria's example kind of is going to help inspire you, what she said today. That sound good? All right. So, Dulce. Go.
Okay. One life goal I want, I guess, is to
It's hard.
It's hard, but just think about it.
I guess I want a career. I want my career in helping people. I don't really know what, but I just want it to be that. And I think it's very inspirational that you really put your goals first instead of everything else, and you accomplish what you wanted first in front of anybody and anything else. So that's awesome.
Great. Give your name, because does everybody know each other by the first name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But give your name to Maria.
Give me your name.
My name's Auda, and I don't really have any specific like career goals so far, but I guess like the ultimate life goal would just be to find something that makes me happy in the long run. So just not to be like stuck doing something I don't enjoy, and like happy in every aspect of my life, like not just work, but like home life and like whoever I end up with. And I think the best advice I could take away from this would be to just be happy with yourself more than anything. Because if you like live your life trying to like please others, you're never gonna find time to make yourself happy.
That's true.
For me, I guess a life goal is to just do something meaningful every day. Wake up every morning and have something that's worth doing. You know, despite the struggles and whatnot that's going to come in your way, things aren't going to be easy. But if it's worth doing it, I guess from taking from this, it's you're going to do it. Sometimes it's going to be lonely, but if you have passion and you have something that's worthwhile doing, it's worth it. So I appreciate that, Maria.
Mine might be to like go to UCI, of course. I'm a senior now, and
What's high school?
Santa Ana.
Oh, great. Great,
Yes.
great.
And I'm still going to consider about the boyfriend thing because I haven't got a boyfriend.
We'll start looking at the shoes.
Yeah, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Desiree, and I guess one life goal would be to find a good balance between work and family and that sort of thing, because it's hard sometimes. Right now I'm working part-time here. I'm also trying to get my master's, and then sometimes I find myself like, I'm not married yet, thank God, kind of, because that would be more responsibility and pressure right now. But like with my family, it's kind of hard sometimes because they want to be around me, but I can't, even though I want to. But it's because I'm trying to get ahead in life, and sometimes I try to explain it to them, but it's really hard for like smaller kids or siblings, you know, if you're still living with them. So yeah, that's a life goal, I guess. Balance.
Balance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One of my life goals is to find something that I'm going to be really passionate about. Still lost, so my life goal is just to know who I am and to love myself. And that's it.
Well, my name is Marilyn, and my life goal would be, I guess, when you said about being alone, I guess sometimes you need to learn how to be alone, and when you're alone to love that moment, because I mean, if you get married and stuff like that, and then what if the other person divorces you, or just stuff like that, you're still gonna be alone, right? So that's one thing I want to learn. That's my life goal, to learn to be alone and to love it, and I really like the I and Me poem, because I do kind of find myself right now kind of just I don't know how you can say, kind of very emotional crisis or something like that, because I don't know, it's just but I will really take this into consideration, so yeah. So that's one thing I can take from it.
Thank you.
My name's Esmeralda, and my main goal right now is to, like, as soon as I get out of college, I want to become a secret agent model.
Hey, it's a goal.
It's possible. I think what I'm gonna take out of your life is kind of like I need to learn how to love myself, because I'm still kind of lost, and I know that once I become a model, it's gonna be a lot of haters out there, and I'm very emotional, so I cry a lot when people tease me and stuff because of my body, and I just need to learn how to appreciate my body, because I've never had.
Yeah, well, that's one of the items in the IME right here, that you have to know about your body and be glad you have it, that you have it in the condition that it is, and don't ruin it.
Hi, I'm Stacy. I don't really know what I want to do, like, what my goal would be. I guess my goal would be to, like, find myself and, like, find exactly what I like to do and love what I do. And then I guess what I would take from here is, like, don't let anybody else, like, bring you down, and do what you want to do. So, I guess.
I'm Corinne. I guess my main goal in life is just to become independent. One of the things you said, and it kind of hit home with me, is relying on yourself, because you don't know, you're going to be in time without a man, a male figure. And I grew up in a single-parent household with my mom just raising us. And she went through all those things you were talking about, where she relied on my dad for everything, and once he left, it was kind of up to her. She didn't even know how to drive. It's kind of up to her to try to figure everything out, and being raised by her, learning, like, through all her struggles. And her goal for me was always to be dependent on myself as well. And it's one of those life lessons that I'm still trying to continue through, and that's really my main goal in life.
That's good.
Well, my goals have, as I'm getting closer to finishing college and getting my master's in a couple months, I guess my goal right now really, I guess I hit a point where I'm just learning to be resilient with what I have, and I'm really inspired by you saying that you were in your 40s, if you even wanted to get married, and once I hit where I'm at right now, most people don't know this, but I'm 35, and I think I've hit a point where I've done the guy thing. I did the guy thing. The guy thing didn't work, and maybe sometimes I become aware that it's not for everyone. Marriage sometimes is just not for everyone, and I've come to terms with it, and I've learned to accept it, and I really enjoy being able to travel more. I really enjoy being able to do things that I would probably not normally do if I had a family at this point. So I'm doing a lot of writing, and I'm doing a lot of other things, and that's not to say that I'll put it as a no, never, but I definitely hit a point in life where I would be okay if it never happened for me. And I don't have any children either, so I really enjoy just being able to just be resilient now about it, because I think when I was younger, maybe like these girls were, I thought about it a lot, and it was always consuming me, like I need to have a guy, I need to be married. No, you don't. Because like you really need to understand that, you came into this world alone, and possibility you will end up alone, and it's okay. people come and go all the time of your life, and as long as you're okay with yourself, you're going to be okay with everything else. So that's my goal is right now, just to keep that resiliency and just keep doing what I love to do, which is really just enjoying doing whatever I want, whenever I want, without having to answer to anybody. So so. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing all this. It's kind of inspirational for me. And really, it's always the right time to do the right thing. She did whatever, and she's now, like I said, she's single. And your mom was single, and sometimes it's a rude awakening. I still meet ladies that say, my husband did everything, and I do all the finances. I spend my money, his money, and and it's kind of hard. I tell him, I'm doing the checking account, I'm doing the taxes. Don't bother me. I'm hysterical when I'm doing the taxes. And all he does is sign his name. It's sometimes me enojo, because I've done all this work, and then I'm the one that takes it to the tax person, and this tax lady that I had for the last 10 years or something, some little office called and said she passed away in November, and here I am. I said I'm going to call her because I have my tax appointment in March, a month before the taxes are due, and then I got a letter from that lawyer. So what was I going to do? Panicked. It was panic. But I did get them filed on time and everything, So I went to the same tax person, my brother-in-law. He did them in January, and this was March. But you have to just take whatever it is. Your mom had to learn how to drive, right, to get you where you had to go. And so women are very, very strong, and so you don't know how much strength you have. Okay, there's a saying that says, you don't know how strong women are until you get into. Woman is like a teacup or something. You don't know how strong she is until she gets into. No, women are like tea bags. You don't know how strong they are until they get into hot water. Okay, and then on the other side too is marriage. Okay, this probably I shouldn't tell you this. Marriage is like taking a bath. Once you get into it, it's not so hot. Okay, and then your husbands come in 3 categories. Prizes. Cheryl, are you married?
I'm divorced, so
okay. We're among friends, right? Husbands come in prizes, surprises, and consolation prizes. This is what I used to tell the teachers at the science camp. And they said, Maria, come talk to us. Come. I said, no, I don't want to tell you all my other bad things, But really, and it is the truth. I think that you have to financially take care of yourselves too. And nobody's asked me how much money do I make and I don't work. Who can ask me that question?
How much money do you make?
Well, I make like $3,000 a month, and I don't work.
You retired?
Oh, you're
retired. So I get my Air Force retirement. Y porque ya estoy viejita, I get my Social Security, and then I had. Who likes to drink Pepsi?
No.
I have stock in Pepsi, But I keep on drinking the Pepsi, And I have stock, and then after you're 57 and a half, you have to start drawing out from the stock market, and then lately it's been real down, So anyway, I called my stockbroker and I said, am I going to have zero balance by next year or something, because it's gone really down and down. But anyway, so with the money that I made while I was working at my highest job, then I saved it, And then I was very poor when I was young, and so anything over that I have savings, it's like gravy for me, Porque era muy pobre, and so whatever I made and the money that I'm making, it's kind of gravy because I never had that much. So you're gonna say, oh my gosh, myself, aside from all this finance thing, I didn't know I was beautiful till after I was 40. You know, because you have this self-esteem también. You know, you're beautiful. Everybody's beautiful, but you don't realize it. But you have to within yourself discover your strength and your beauty, and know that you value, that you are a valuable person of this human life, human society. You're a valuable person. And so nobody can take that away from you if you're an educated woman, intelligent woman, financially stable woman. You know, nobody can take that away from you. You know, and when you get married, you have I can show you in my purse. Where's my purse? Okay, there it is. I have a checking account, and I have a checking account with my husband, and I have a credit union account. That's another checking account, and that only has my name. And then my husband has a credit union, and that has his name and my name. You know, but this is what happened. Okay, I told him that I wanted to buy a house before I got married. And so you live and learn. Okay, I bought my house by myself. And then when I got laid off, and I was making less money, and I wanted to refinance my house. They said that they had to put my husband, this is why we're important for women to be independent. They said I needed my husband's income to pay for my house. Well, my house has never been paid out of anybody else's account for my own single name, is by my account. And so they put his name on my house because they said that with his income and my income, that's how we could afford the house payment, the mortgage payment. You know, and then later on in years, they said, well, you had your stocks. You should have said, I could pay my house with my stocks. And then they wouldn't have put his name on it. So little things like that you know, you live and learn. And then before I got married, this lady was saying, Maria, did you already sign a marriage agreement? She says, I've been taken to the cleaners, this lady. I've been taken to the cleaners twice by 2 husbands. So I want you to have a marriage agreement. And so I was supposed to go meet my in-laws to be in New Mexico. And I said, well, no, I don't know what the date is. He says, well, so they gave me a big shower, a luncheon, and I still didn't know when I was getting married. Anyway, so then she said, oh, I have that agreement. She went up to the lawyers in the company and told them, okay, is this a good marriage agreement? So my husband worked at the post office, and he still works at the post office. Anyway, she says, tell him to drop by, because in the morning he gets off work, so drop by to sign this marriage agreement. And the lady was the happiest person I'd ever seen. You know, because she fixed up that marriage agreement. But it went through the water, because now his name is on my house. See what I'm saying? So sometimes you and I told him, you better quick claim it to me. Claim it back to me. But anyway, you know, that's just me.
I have one question.
Yeah.
How did your husband propose to you?
Aww.
Well, it wasn't a proposal. I was the one that did the proposal.
How did you propose to him?
Well, no, what happened is we'd been dating, and then he wanted me to meet his parents. Well, how can you say this is my girlfriend and I'm 45 years old, 46 years old. And how can, if it was 18, well, that was a nice young, but they probably knew I'd been, with other guys or whatever. So then I says, I have to be married when I meet your parents, because I wasn't going to meet the parents without being married, We didn't live together because I'm from the old school. I had my own apartment. He had his own apartment. But we still played house, sometimes. and so then I said, I'm going to be married by the time I get to New Mexico. And sure enough, then I said, well, you're going to have it. The time's getting short. You better figure it out, So he says, oh, Maria, he said, I found this marriage chapel over here on Broadway in Anaheim. I said, okay, go buy a bouquet of red roses and go over to my mom's, because my dad had already passed away, and he went and got the bouquet of roses and tells my mom, well, we're going to get married on Saturday. And she says, Saturday? I have to go to Santa Barbara for a 50th wedding anniversary. So we couldn't get married Saturday, so we had to get married Sunday. And Monday I was going to be on my way to New Mexico. And then she said, well, what about her other boyfriends? I said, Mom, what other boyfriends did I have? I only had one boyfriend. And she said, well, I didn't want him to think he was the only one. Hijo, ya, at the last minute, I almost didn't get married. But anyway, so it was kind of a mutual thing, but I told him, I'm not going to university unless I'm married. So it was like asking, you know. So on Monday, we had an appointment for him to get measured for his tuxedo, and Sunday I was married, and I had my dress, my hat, the cake, the colors, the everything. And then my nieces, who were about your age, said, Tia, how did you organize this so fast? And I said, well, I've only been thinking about it for 20 years. So anyway, you know, it was a real nice wedding and everything. And since my dad had passed away, they wanted my brother, who was younger than me, to give me away. I said, oh, heck no, my mother's going to walk me down the aisle. So she did. My mom walked me down the aisle. Aww. You know, and she says, well, my heels hurt. I said, well, okay, when we're in the receiving line, you take your heels off, and I'll throw my dress over there so you don't have to wear your heels. You know, so anyway, so I have 5 brothers and 4 sisters. So I'm from a real large family. And then she was saying about working and, okay, when I was going to college and they were wondering when I'm going to get married and have babies and stuff, and my dad and my mom would say, oh, she's married to her books. When I missed the bautismos and the birthdays and where is she? You know, they say, oh, she's married to her books. Sometimes you have to give up something, you know. But remember, you're the most important thing, and that's what your checking account's going to say, your name, and that's what you're going to be financially stable. And so married or not married, you know, if you're married, great. If you're not married, that's great too. If you don't get married till you're 46 like me, that's great. You know, invite me to the wedding. I will put on a wheelchair, right? You know, but like that. So be glad that you're here. Be glad that you're young and have all this energy, ¿verdad? You just have to just take it by the horns and just say, yeah, this is gonna be it, right? So everybody's gonna be a career girl and success and all that,
Yep.
and help others. That's what keeps me young. They say, oh, you know, you're younger, you know, but it keeps me young to help the young girls and just to. I want you to be more than I was, you know, make more money than I did and stuff like that. Because I have one girl that I was mentoring. She was student body president at Valley. She got a full scholarship to UC Berkeley. Another girl that got a full scholarship to UC Berkeley. She used to so poor that she used to turn in her homework on the back of used computer paper and stuff. But she got a full scholarship to UC Berkeley, and I have 3 girls at UCLA. I have 1 girl at 3 girls at USC and 1 girl at UCLA. And then way in 98, the one from 98 that I was mentoring, she went to UCLA. She's the one that wrote me and told me that the kids were coming in when she was waking up to do her homework in college. So I have a lot of girls in the university that I've mentored. So I've been real lucky that they write me, you know, that the guy has dirty shoes or but that's good. That's cool. Yeah, my address is email. I covered the price. The price of the book was $5.99, but I got it at the 99-cent store, so I didn't pay $5.99. That's why I covered all the book. You can have a copy of the book too.
To see that. Oh, I see what you're doing.
See,
okay.
you know, I covered the price. It was in here, and then they were sold at Walmart, and then I guess they couldn't sell them, so they gave them to the 99-cent store. It's got a lot of nice little.
Yeah.
All those books have a little chapter on courage, and that's what's most important for me, to have courage. You from courage you get. You know, you get your perseverance and your goals and objectives and things like that. So, thank you
so much, Maria.
You're
really
welcome.
nice.
I'm glad I came. Well, she said, come next Saturday. I said, oh no, I have about 3 meetings in, you know, but I can come today.
This week worked out good because yesterday was Veterans Day, and you know,
Yeah.
and you were blazing trails in Santa Ana.